Hey traders, welcome back to day number 2 of the Travel Trading Challenge. It is Thursday, January 16th. So as you saw yesterday, day 1 was a success. Not really in all ways, because as I said, the speed was terrible. And that's a serious problem because yesterday I traded 2 contracts and there was a giant lag in the time between when I placed the order and when I got filled. And it was weird because I had, done my preparation, and the streaming on like regular websites was fine earlier. So when I was just going on YouTube and trying to load videos, everything was playing just fine. But then for some reason, when I loaded up Thinkorswim, it just was going like molasses. So hopefully that's not the case today. If it is, I'm going to think maybe I might come down here to the lobby and do my trading from the lobby, because I was trading from the room last night. So, it's just things to work out when you do stuff like this. But the main thing is that yesterday was a success, and I'm going to make today a success as well. I need to make a little bit more money today because I bought a adapter for my camera that cost like $12, and I went to this really amazing bird sanctuary today. It's the largest open air bird sanctuary on the planet. So I was like walking around with these gigantic peacocks everywhere, and like swans and ostriches, and it was just wild. It was like, I felt like I was in a jungle with every type of bird imaginable just chilling like right next to me. So that was super cool. But that ticket was about $18. And then once again, food here is ridiculously cheap. So I ate twice today already. And like for lunch, I had this giant plate of curry rice with chicken and miso soup and an iced green tea and 2 wontons. The whole thing was $4.50 for all of it. So it's just ridiculous how cheap food is here. So today I have spent so far about $10 on food. I'll probably eat one more time before I trade tonight. So I'm just going to say I'm going to put my amount today at $100, because you got about $50 for the room and then the other stuff. As you can see, I'm not being super scientific about this. I'm just ballparking it. But my ballpark figure today is about $100. So that's what I'm trying for. If I can clear $100, we're golden today. So I'll check back after tonight, I guess, when I'm done trading, and let y'all know how it goes. So stay tuned. Hey traders, how's it going? I am here in beautiful Penang, Malaysia. I was in Kuala Lumpur for the last 5 days or so, and now I'm here in Penang. I'll stay here for a couple of days, and then probably going to Siem Reap, Cambodia, because I want to see Angkor Wat, and then maybe going over to Thailand after that, because I love Thailand. And even though I wasn't really planning on making a stop in Thailand, it almost kind of feels like, what's a trip to Southeast Asia without hitting Thailand, at least for a few days. So we'll see about that. It all depends on how much I do everywhere else I am before that moment. But anyway, just wanted to get everybody caught up on where we were at as of my last video, because you remember the last video that I made was the beginning of day 2, trading day 2. So before I even get into that, let me just say that I have done 3 trading days while I've been on this trip, and I've already paid for the round trip airfare and paid for everything that I've been doing every day. So the trip is already a success. So as long as I don't blow it and lose a ton of money somehow in the next 7 days or so, this trip is already a success. But anything can happen, so that's why I'm going to continue to make these videos day after day and just sort of chronicle my trades as they happen. So I made part one of day two, and I did not make the wrap up of day two. The reason for that is I held open 4 contracts on day two. So I had realized profits that were very, very small. I think it was like $30 or so of realized profits on day two. But then I had an unrealized loss of over $500 on day two. Now remember, you've got realized and unrealized profit and loss. And so basically, a realized profit or loss, what it is, it's in the name, it's real. That profit or that loss is real. So if you're losing hundreds of dollars and then you close your contracts at the moment that you are losing, whatever it is that you're losing at that moment, that is a realized loss. And so on my day two, which was Thursday, so I traded Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of last week. Day one, Wednesday, you remember I made just over $100. I only traded 2 contracts, and the reason was the hotel Wi-Fi was ridiculously slow, and it took me like between 20 to 30 seconds after I clicked buy or sell for the order to actually get filled, which is completely unacceptable. And I mean, there's just no way that you can even, I mean, you can't really, you can't trade like that. Like, for example, on day two, it was maddening. Like, I wanted to tear my hair out because there was one trade that I pulled off on day two where I saw a thing about to happen, absolutely knew it was going to happen based on what I saw on the candles. And the weird thing is that the candles were looking just fine. Like, the actual immediacy of the candle movement was there. So it wasn't like I'd have this frozen candle and then, 10 seconds later the candle would move a little bit. It's the candles were being fluid in their motion, and the wicks moving and the bodies moving second by second. But the actual orders took forever to get filled. And so that's what was really throwing me off. So I saw a thing happen and I said, this is about to pop, like right now, it's about to pop. Bought 1 contract, I hit the buy button, and then like 1 second after I hit the buy button, did exactly what I thought it was gonna do, huge green candle, and I was like, because nothing was happening, even though I hit buy. See this nice fat juicy green candle pop up right after I hit buy. Nothing happens. 30 seconds after that, it drops. And then at the exact moment that it dropped back down, then the order actually filled. So I basically didn't get anything out of that. And that was just really, really frustrating. So because of that, I was still trading small, but I was trying to trade a little bit bigger because obviously I want to push myself. But at the same time, I wasn't confident at all about the actual speed of the internet. And so because of this, when I was down with that unrealized loss close to the end of the day, I thought, okay, well, I can do one of 2 things. I can either close it right now for a loss, or I can just hold it open overnight and see what happens tomorrow. And that was definitely a gamble. It's not ideal, and it's not what I ever want to do on purpose. But because of what I was seeing on the daily chart, and because of what had happened on Wednesday was such a nice green day. I thought that Thursday was going to be a continuation of the green day that we saw on Wednesday, and we didn't get that. We got a lot of chop. It was just sort of trading in a range all day long, and it was really choppy. but there was no actual sustained continued trend going in either direction. So it's not like we had this nice green day on Wednesday and then Thursday it just gradually descended all day. If that was the case, then I would have gotten out before the end of the day at some point. But because it wasn't actually creating a sustained downwards trend, it was just choppy basically all day, I still had a good feeling that we were going to get that continuation from what we saw on Wednesday. Because sometimes what you think is going to happen, you'll be right. You just won't be right at the exact time that you expect to be right. So when I was thinking about the possibilities for this trade, I thought to myself, I think that my original idea is going to be right, and we are going to get a nice upside move on Friday. And it was worth it to me to keep it open and just see what happened on Friday morning. Turns out that was a great move because we gapped up huge overnight from Thursday to Friday. And then Friday we opened up a lot higher, and I closed the 4 remaining contracts that I had open close to the beginning of the day. I gave it a little bit of time just to see how it would play out, but when I realized that we weren't going to get a sustained, continued move to the upside all day long, I made sure that I got out of my contracts before I went to sleep. And so I made just under $1,200 on Friday with those trades. So I can put up the screenshot for that now. So that takes us to right now. I've essentially paid for the whole trip already. And so everything, you know, from this point is just, I'm dealing with what I've spent day to day. So I'll check out my expenses from today and add them up and you know, try to make that amount tonight when I start trading at 10:30 p.m. And I'm guessing it's going to be around $100 because I've been spending less than $100 every day. And I don't foresee myself spending more than $100 a day because everything is so inexpensive here and you can do whatever you want and basically not spend any money doing it. So pretty amazing. Last night, I actually ordered Domino's Pizza room service to my hotel, and I got a large pizza, a like bowl of pasta, an order of breadsticks, and a 2-liter of soda, and it was delivery. And the entire thing cost $9. So that was pretty incredible. But I digress. Back to trading. You know, I'm at a new hotel, new place, new hotel, new Wi-Fi. I've already tested out the Wi-Fi, and at least on just normal streaming with things, it's a lot faster. So I have a good feeling that my speed is going to be just fine today. And I even get Wi-Fi out here right next to the ocean. So it's very possible that I'm trading with the gentle sounds of ocean waves behind me this evening. I think that would be pretty cool. That's an experience I've never had before. So I'm going to try and make that happen. But I will be back later on this evening after we get into day 4 of the travel trading challenge and let you know how everything's going. So see you soon.